And it is Christmas Day. Another 6K run in the bag. I'm here at beautiful Hampstead Heath with some seasoned greetings for you today. I wanted to tell you a quick story about one of my favorite Christmases I spent. And that was back in 1994. And I might preface this by saying, I heard someone recently say that the wisest man is the one who's made the most mistakes. Because that's the only way to learn, by absolutely effing it up. And let me tell you about one of my most memorable Christmases. 1994, I'm in New York City, and I spent Christmas with two of my best friends. The first one was an egg roll, because that's the only way I could get food back then. Only Chinese food restaurants were open, and I had nobody around me, no family, no friends, nobody to invite over, or no one that I would even allow into my personal space to invite over. And my second best friend was a 12-pack. I think it was Budweiser. And that's how I spent my Christmas in 1994, all alone in New York City. I don't think I left my house. And I think part of me was trying to condition myself to make me a hard motherfucker, right? Little boys don't go home for Christmas. And part of me was keeping anyone that could emotionally hurt me out of my life. And then part of me had no other options. So that's what I did. And I spent quite a few of those. And the reason I say it's my favorite is because yesterday I had my best Christmas Eve of my entire life. I was surrounded by these two bouncing, beautiful boys, by my stepdaughter, by my mother and father-in-law from Bulgaria, by my wife Mariana, the cat, and it was just a bouncing bucket of fun. It reminded me of when I was a kid and I used to go to my grandpa's house in Arizona, in Sedona, and we'd celebrate with all the cousins and we'd be bouncing off the walls with the latest electronic gadgets, and we were doing the same thing last night, and I just feel so blessed. But the only reason I can appreciate this shit is because I made all the mistakes, you know? I don't know what I was trying to do. Maybe that's what crazy ass young men do, but I was trying to be hard and I was trying to protect myself. And meanwhile, I was alone in a room chewing on an egg roll and sucking down some brews. And that was just the start. I'm sure I moved on to some vodka later. So, and now on January 1st, I'll be 2 years sober. And again, I don't talk about that very much, and I'm not in the 12 steps. I just finally kind of grew out of this substance abuse. And for me, what's up, doggy? For me, I just made this decision that I wasn't going to be lazy anymore, because that's what drinking became to me, just something lazy to do. Oh, I'll have a glass of wine. Oh, I'll have another glass of wine. And you know, fuck all that bullshit, because I don't respect myself when I do that. And I don't like not respecting myself. Every day, your self-esteem goes up or it goes down. Period. It goes one or the other. What are you doing with yours? I would argue that yours is probably going down every day, because you're not impressing yourself, and you can't fool yourself. You can fool everyone else out there. You can fool your parents. I used to go home to my mom and dad, you know, when I was an alcoholic and a heroin addict. They didn't know, or at least they didn't say anything. My LinkedIn CV looked amazing. I was the CFO of a dot-com startup that had just raised $20 million, right? And I'm a heroin addict. So you can't fool yourself. You know whether you're coming correct or not on a daily basis. And if you do, your self-esteem will grow. You'll be empowered to empower others. And if you don't, it gets a little less every single day till you wake up one day and you're like, holy fucking shit, my life is a fucking shambles. And that's where I woke up around October 2001. No girlfriend, heroin addiction. My best friend fired me from my job, and then 9/11 just happened right down the block. It was eye-opening. Again, the biggest mistakes brings the greatest wisdom. I couldn't have learned this any other way. I couldn't have read a book. I couldn't have watched a movie. Some people say the wise man learns from other mistakes. That's a bunch of bullshit, I think. You don't really learn until you get that fucking pain, that dopamine hit, that, oh, fuck, you suck so fucking bad. That's how you learn. You know, I don't think you learn by watching a movie or reading a book. You got to go out there and make those mistakes. So I'm so grateful I made them so I could enjoy last night. If I had never made those mistakes, last night would have been just another Christmas. But I'm just so goddamn blessed just to have these beautiful people in my life. And it was just wonderful. We're all healthy. We had a roof over our head. You know, I remember Ice-T one time said, he said, you're having a Merry Christmas this year if you got a bed to sleep in and something to eat, you know? And it's just like, sometimes we should just be appreciative of the things we have. My family's healthy. We got enough food to eat. We got a place that's warm, and everyone's got smiles on. I mean, what else do you need, right? And I'm lucky enough to do something that I totally believe in and empowers other people. So, man, it doesn't get any better than this. But I just wanted to say to all of you that it's sometimes those darkest moments that gives us the biggest lessons. And so this morning I woke up and I thought, you know what? I got to earn today. Even though it's Christmas, I got to earn it. Because on the 23rd, I did some work from home, but I felt really lethargic and I didn't train and I went shopping. And at the end of the day, I felt so bad and I just felt so out of my head. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So a holiday doesn't have to mean you don't earn the day. And you can go do that right now. You can excuse yourself from the meal and go for a run. You can do a yoga session on the internet. You can go do something that makes you earn the day. And I'm going to do that today. So I am going to do a little work, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. It makes me feel great. So daddy is on point. When I don't do that, daddy's not on point and he's like a jerk. And I don't want to be that guy. So I know what works for me and you know what works for you. And anyways, all I'm saying is earn Christmas Day. Celebrate those wins, get that self-esteem up every single day a little bit more, and remember those dark times. I remember those times in New York City. I remember, not being able to get through the day without a drink. I remember all that bullshit, and I'm just so grateful I don't have to do all that anymore. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have more challenges in the future. I know I will, and I do on a daily basis, but I'm not going to have those anymore because it's seared in my memory so how much that sucks so bad that I just will not go back there. And if I get close, I'm going to go back to my training, my affirmations, my gratitude, my meditation, doing positive things, doing great work, exhausting myself every day. That's what I do to stay on point. So there you go. Hopefully this stuff helped you today. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. And if you're not, that's okay too. It's a silly season. Sometimes it's never what you expect. We dream of the white Christmas, the one in the movies, and you get home and it's like, this kind of isn't what I thought. That's okay too. Just breathe. Get through this day, learn from it, and, maybe start designing your life to where you can have that Christmas you dream of, or at least aspire to it. Maybe it never comes. Sometimes the aspiration is enough. That's something to remember too. So there you go. Lots of love. I'll be putting out more videos. I'll be putting out a video on New Year's Eve talking about 2 years of sobriety, just walking you through. But I'll probably more be talking about 20 years or 30 years before that of drunk acidness and how it kind of ran my life for a long time. So I'll try to break that down for you. I was going to do this last year, but I never was in the right headspace. But I'll be dropping that too. So stay tuned for that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever. Enjoy yourself. Give someone a hug. Tell them you love them. Be grateful. Give something away. And take care. Bye.